Hey guys, it's Big Adele here, and I'm going to explain today how to use an oracle correctly. So, to get an oracle in the best way, you want to just get a gateway unit after your core, and then get the Stargate, and then get a second gateway unit. One of those two gateway units needs to be an adept. You can go stock first if you want, because stock's really good, like I did. But then after the adept, start the uh, oracle as soon as you can and chrono it. As soon as the oracle comes out, you're going to want to put it over in the dead space over by the enemy main and just hide it there for a second. And then you want to shade the adept in, and what it'll do, I'll show it from his perspective. He dealt with it well, but uh, the adept pulls their attention away from the main and has it attack, and then at the exact same time, right after the adept attacks, you go in with the oracle, and if they don't pay attention to the second alert, you can get a lot of damage. He did a pretty good job splitting it up, but I barely make it out. Now, if you don't do that and control better and don't have it at like 10 HP, you should go around and scout for the rest of the game, just like have it out in the dead space and go zoom around the expansions. I'm not going to do that because mine's almost dead, but I'm going to show you what you can do to make really good use out of an almost dead oracle. So we're going to go ahead and see what happens later in this game, because the oracle takes a while to be able to do anything since it's a spellcaster. Now, the first thing you want to do with an oracle that's almost dead is send it back home, get it out of the base because it's almost dead. Send it home, and then wait until it has enough energy for a stasis and put that outside of your third. Because if a push comes, they might get stasis and it would mess up their whole attack, which is exactly what happens, obviously, because that's why I wanted to show you this video. Um, and then they just lose. Like, that stasis was so big, this guy went from probably going to kill my whole army and my third to just dying, which is great, right? And so that was just one stasis. Obviously, after this is cleaned up, we watch slow zealots actually do something. Guardian Shield 2, nothing. This was such a dumb fight after that stasis. Stasis lets you set up such a good engagement because you can just surround stuff in zealots before it comes out. Either way, back to the Oracle. So put another stasis down after the first one. Just use your initial energy for stasis and just go and like actually scout. I made an observer, so I just had something over there to look around that didn't need to be the Oracle. But after you put down your second stasis, after you have a stasis outside of your third that's like still active, obviously that my first one went down immediately, then send the Oracle out to go scout and use Revelation. The way I scout with my Oracle, because I'm super lazy, is I queue up a Revelation in the main and then just go have it do it. Honestly, the hardest part about this is you have to remember to look at what you revelated because you're not actively doing this. So I just queued it up to revelate the main and had it leave, and that Widow Mine didn't even hit it. And so that's all three of the things that you should do. You should fly around like just the base with the Oracle, like around the edges, and see what's going on. It's kind of hard to do against Terran, but you can do it against Zerg really well. But the main things you should do is revelate the main from the side and see what all's going in there. Put down stasises and kill everything you can initially when it first comes out. And that's how you use an Oracle. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all turn this bitch into Brood War, hitting mad stasises. Here, I'll let y'all see this final fight if y'all are curious. He gets stasised again because he's terrible. He scanned for the stasis, didn't kill it, still got hit by it. So this is over. I don't even need these charge lots, honestly. The battery overcharge is making no one take any damage. But it's over, and that's the power of a stasis, man. If they just like aren't paying attention and walk into a big one, and they did like a big attack, and you're being greedy, it's just over. It was over immediately. But yeah, I hope y'all use your oracles better and don't lose them. May y'all never lose your oracles and Protoss win everything. Godspeed.